What is Men's Leadership Academy? The Men's Leadership Academy, also known as MLA, is a program offered at a few of our Sacramento City high schools and one middle school. The MLA program is in the first full year of operation and is modeled after the Male Academy, which is being implemented in the Long Beach Unified School District. The MLA class teaches students what it takes and means to be a man and offers them lessons in leadership, character, and life skills. The classes are taught by some of the best, caring adult male mentors and role models we have in our schools. Along with the many lessons learned, students have been exposed to some awesome guest speakers such as former athletes, council members, Sacramento's Chief of Police, and the Governor of the State of California, Governor Jerry Brown. Not only have speakers come in, but students have been treated to some college tours of some of California's best universities. They've toured UC Berkeley and UC Davis. They even attended the Causeway Classic football game between Sac State and Davis. Davis won, by the way. But here is a recent MLA life-changing experience.
On Tuesday of spring break, 40 young men gathered in the parking lot of the Sacramento City Unified School District Service Center and boarded a bus to embark upon their long journey to San Diego. On the way, they made a stop at the famous University of Southern California. For most, it was their first time being on that campus, and it was an awesome experience, leaving many with the desires to learn more about attending a school like this one. After touring the campus, the students paused for a photo with the famous USC Trojan, and then took a look at some of the athletic fields. As they continued their way, they visited the Cinematic Arts Museum and saw some of the vintage equipment used in movie making many years ago. Then they walked through the library and various other department buildings and classrooms on the campus. After the tour, the students headed back to the bus, loaded up, and continued on their way to San Diego. Once they arrived, they had a wonderful pizza dinner and headed to bed to rest up for their next big day.
In the morning, they were up bright and early and headed over to Coronado Naval Base for the Navy SEAL Fitness Challenge, which was conducted by some of the Navy's finest SEAL officers and recruits. This is where the trip became real. They got off the bus, and immediately they began to run on the beach. They ran up and down 20, sometimes 30-foot sand dunes and got in an early morning workout that got the blood flowing. After running, they set out to learn some of the key factors the SEALs would be teaching them about mental toughness in the areas of leadership, goal setting, and teamwork. These areas were quickly put to the test after they learned them, when they went out and they ran some more. And after they ran, they had to get down and do a few push-ups. After that, they were made to do a few pull-ups. Finally, they got to the bargains. The students were asked to do things they had never experienced before. They learned the ability to do things as a unit as they locked arms and walked into the ocean fully clothed. Many of them had never stepped foot in an ocean before, but they accomplished this as a team. After coming out of the water, they proceeded to roll around in the sand while being completely soaked until they were covered in sand from head to toe. This was a very, very uncomfortable feeling. One of the more impressive things of this day was watching the superintendent, Jonathan Raymond, take part in the entire process with the young men. He did every push-up they did. He even did every pull-up and bar dip as well. He even walked arm in arm with them into the ocean all 4 or 5 times. The young men were really impressed when they saw him covered in sand from head to toe, just like the rest of the students. In the end, he stood shoulder to shoulder with the rest of them.
Finally, it became time for the dreaded 300-pound log. As a team, they were required to pick up the log and hold it steady, and other times walk with the log while maintaining a steady pace. However, a picture is worth 1,000 words, as you can see. After dealing with the challenges of the log, they were put through a battery of intense obstacles. Each obstacle taught them how to take direction and how each individual has a part to play in order for the team to be successful. They discovered the consequences of not following directions and also the benefits of when they did. They learned how to push themselves even when it got difficult and they wanted to give up. They learned to look out for the team and not always worry about themselves. By doing this, they spent their energies thinking of others and not about how hard it was for themselves. But all in all, they faced many difficulties and unusual tasks that day, and they were expected to accomplish them all, and they did. They went as 40 individuals ready to compete in this Navy SEAL challenge, but they left as a team of young men united and ready to face the challenges that lay ahead.